everyone.
I'm Mickey Colton.
And I'm Chad Dillon.
This is the Utica Arenacross Series coming at you live for your third event here in Des Moines, Iowa for our first outdoor course of the season.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Now, after the first race, we had a lot of competition. All the times were really close, and it was really intense.
Second race, same thing.
Yes.
So now in Iowa, we have a slightly different course. We're located in the middle of a oval racetrack, but it's going to be an interesting event nonetheless.
Yeah, and we got a lot of the drivers that are really starting. I mean, again, back to we were pointing on the first race. We were saying how there's only 6 events in this series, and it's just gonna be a buttload of competition.
I couldn't have put it better myself, Chad. Now, here's your starting order. Skylar Dixon's going to round us off here. Any faces here that you think could take the top spot?
You know what? I'm feeling like Brandon Chrasta has got a lot of momentum here. I feel like he can do very well in today's event.
I think also Annie Thomas could be a strong competitor.
You know, people like Dylan Young, though, and Joshua Michaels, you know, I was expecting them to do a lot better than they did, and I'm hoping they can pull it out, and I'm hoping to see some better competition today.
Well, Joshua Michaels did win last week, so that could be a high momentum.
Yeah.
Next up is Skylar Dixon, car number 27.
All right, here we go. Skylar Dixon off the first turn. Now, remember, these are very quick events. We can't really talk too much. We just got to focus. Here we go. Off the first jump, hits it over a little rocky.
And these whoops are going to be what is going to be a detriment to these drivers.
Yes, exactly. Just like... Oh, man, what's another track that has a whoop? The first one. The first one had a lot of bumps and whoops in it.
Actually, all 3 so far have had that kind of thing to it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They've had some issues. So as you see, they go down the straight back stretch, and he's going to get to the finish line. That's going to be a 29-22 for Skylar Dixon, who's really struggled this year.
Next up is Annie Thomas from Victory Racing. Here we go. Now, she's ready to do this. I mean, in the first race, she did very well. I mean, had a lot of momentum, did very surprisingly, and wow, very smooth on the first jump, going through the...
Well, this car's everywhere over there, so that's going to really take a bit out of her time, but been so close to the victory, has just not been able to do it.
Exactly. I mean, this is hard in this series. I mean, all the climbs are so close, you have to be perfect in every turn, and here we go, a 29.97.
That will beat Skylar Dixon, so good job for him.
I mean, 28.97.
Yeah, 28.97. As Brandon Chrasta, car number 25, that pink, white, and black machine, very interesting looking race car, stands out from the rest of the pack.
Whoa, a lot of momentum coming off the first jump.
Oh man, he is fast right now.
This is the man that I predicted to win today.
Yeah, that is good control from Brandon Chrasta for someone who really doesn't have much experience in these race cars.
Oh, wow.
What can he do? Oh yeah, this is looking good. This is probably going to be Annie Thomas. And it will. A 26-21 blows the other 2 times out of the water. As now Mark Holbert, who was your first winner, finished dead last week. So what can he do here? Mid-pack?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's kind of went on all surfaces now. And wow, really good start here. A little shaky. No, that's the hardest thing about these bumps here, is that you can have momentum. It might look good, but if you hit it just wrong, just right, you're just going to throw off your whole car.
I'm trying to think what's closer to his home track, here in Iowa or in New Hampshire when we go later on.
Exactly, but a 28.85 puts him in second place. Not a bad time for him.
Well, actually, Montana's kind of there, too. So he's got a couple of tracks that are kind of close to the border. It's Jerry Guerra from MLP Motorsports. He's got to slide off the race course. This is going to absolutely eat into his time.
I would like to point out, though, we haven't had a single DNF in the Arenacross Series so far.
Yeah, so keeping it good, but it looks like you're going to commentator's curse it, so...
Here we go.
Let's see if Guerra can finish this. Now, I mean, if he can finish the race, that's fine if there is a DNF, but we've had so few wrecks, in fact, none so far, so...
Yeah, let's just keep emphasizing that curse there.
Yeah, so this could be a last place for Jerry Guerra. This is really slow. Skylar Dixon doesn't need to worry about getting the final time. Yep, a 38.84, almost, actually about 12 seconds off the pace from Brandon Chrasta.
Next up is Ian Siegel, the Jewish machine.
I know, we gotta figure out the
I can't think of
nickname. That's what he was like. No, dude, it's gonna be fine. It won't be racist at all.
Wait, what was his nickname again?
It was like the Hebrew missile.
Oh, I thought it was the Flying Jew.
Yeah, it's like the Hebrew missile, I think.
But
he gave a couple suggestions.
But again, a pretty good time for Ian Siegel so far, finishing with a 27.80, puts him in second place underneath Brandon Chrasta.
But Chrasta had such a great time. That's going to be hard to usurp as Joshua Michaels, last week's winner, and that brown and teal machine.
Exactly. Now, Joshua Michaels, one of those drivers, like I said, you know, he came off a big win there in the second race, and I'm expecting to see a lot of momentum, a little shaky in the beginning of this race, though.
That was a little smoother, but he was a little slow going through that section of the course, so I'm not sure if this will beat Brandon Crasta's time as Chrasta went all out. Yep, that's not going to do it. A lot of bad angles that they're hitting on this track.
28.30 38. Puts him in third place.
Overall,
yeah,
that's not bad.
Exactly.
I was expecting a little bit worse. Is now Dylan Young.
He may be too young.
He's had a habit of going out early on in these events, so maybe going out later will suit him better.
Well, sometimes when you're young, you're a little premature, so maybe this is really a little better.
Yeah, but
for him.
Dylan Young is also a Utica Rallycross Series winner. In fact, he's a multiple-time winner. He's won twice. He won at Blackpool and at the Pacific Oil Rig, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh
No! He's the first DNF! You jinxed it, Chad!
Yeah, you had to put a little double dose on there, the emphasis, man. You said it again.
As now James Silverfox in the 28.
Oh!
Doing the same thing as Jerry Guerra.
Oh.
The issue is that you're trying to gain too much speed going out of that turn. No guardrail over there, so nothing to save you. As Silverfox struggled these past 2 events, and looks like it's going to be the 3rd race in a row.
Exactly.
He's going to have an issue.
You know, man, we should stop saying things that aren't happening. I mean, we should say that Brandon Chrasta is going to win all the rest of these races. He'll probably never win. So we know.
No.
Oh,
no! He keeps it on, but is there a way to get on this course? No one has raced here before, so they don't know any of the nooks and crannies like you would in Utica Rallycross. He's trying to find a place here. What can he do? He sees some services tents on the side of the course.
This is actually a spot where
there's Victory Lane.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wait, look, there's a tunnel that leads under the racetrack. He's gonna hop the fence on the tunnel. And look at that, he's actually on the actual racing circuit.
Wow.
That's over here. So we weren't expecting to get this angle today, but looks like
well, we can show off the rest of the track, can't we?
Yep, he's gonna pull down pit road that leads into the garage area.
Wow.
That's the front stretch. Good idea by James Silverfox.
Not gonna finish last.
That's gonna probably be the worst time in Arenacross Series history. As Cody Hagen in car number 21, I believe, is he our last one up? Yes, he is, in fact, our last car up for today. As, let's see what he can do. Chrasta still has that stranglehold. Can Hagen take it in these final corners?
Yeah, and, you know, I predicted Chrasta to win this event, but Hagen, another one of those guys that really can pull it off in the end. Here we go.
No, I don't think so. That's going to be way too shaky. Chrasta was on point, a 28.98, no top 5 for him, as Brandon Chrasta wins his first career event in dominating fashion from 3rd on the grid.
Yes.
Ian Siegel will follow him in 2nd place, the Hebrew Missile, as Joshua Michaels, last week's winner, finished 3rd. Then we got Mark Holbert and Annie Thomas rounding out your top 5.
Next up, you have Cody Hagen, Skylar Dixon, Jerry Guerra, James Silverfox, Dylan Young. A little better, you know, this top 10 here, again, this is so hard to determine what's going to happen. I mean, for example, you had freaking Mark Holbert that went from 1st to last, and now he's middle of the pack. You know, he's top 5.
Okay, let's look at our point standings. Brandon Chrasta is on top, followed by Andy Thomas and Joshua Michaels, who sits in 3rd place. Cody Hagen, despite a poor run today, 4th place overall in the standings, and Mark Holbert still trying to pick up the pieces from Helena.
Then we have in 6th place, we have Ian Siegel. 7th place, Dylan Young, Jerry Guerra, Skylar Dixon, James Silverfox.
This is really disappointing for Silverfox.
Yeah.
He was so good at the end of the Rallycross Series season. This is just same for Skylar Dixon. Both of them had such solid effort.
Exactly, but I like to point out, teams are going to look at Silverfox's persistence in trying to get back on the track. You know, he really was trying to finish the run, and teams will pick them up for that skill, trying to keep themselves, you know, their mind on the win. You know, they're trying to at least finish the race, and that's what he did today.
Yep, and actually, take a look at this, because we may have some changes. Some drivers may be trying to work their way up around the mid-season.
Exactly.
That's usually when that stuff kind of happens. So don't be surprised if when we go to Biloxi for the Goat Island circuit, that we have some new faces in this sport, because there's a couple of free agents that are trying to break their way in.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it's been a good day of racing in the Utica Arenacross Series, and I hope to see you guys next time, right?
Yep. See you in Mississippi.
Mississippi!